Good morning. It's Binge of the Body Whisperer. How's it going? I know a lot of the stuff that lately I've been talking about, and this is part of what I think is the deal. I talk a lot on here, right? I talk about concepts and philosophy and mindset and different ways of looking at things, because the problem isn't the diet. The problem isn't the exercise, it's in the movement. With patience and in a intent and focus, you'll get those things, right? But where it's got to switch is up here. And anytime I've ever in the past had any kind of like going from like one to the other, it all starts up here. There's something that switches and it's like, now it's time. Like there's no questions. When there's no question and you don't give yourself any wiggle room, I think we trick ourselves and give ourselves way too much wiggle room, right? So it's discipline, practicing discipline. Again, it's a practice. It's something, clearing out the clutter. I just was listening to something about that actually, that a lot of mental illness, or a lot of, like if you have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, that sounds weird for some reason. Or, depression, whatever, he was talking about, most of it is because our lives have become so complicated that you're going to blow out at your weakest point, right? You blow up a balloon, it's going to pop at the weakest point. So whatever you have maybe a propensity for, if your life continues to become complicated, and that can be through a series of like events outside of your control, but then also if within your control you take on way too much, which might be out of your control because that's the way you were raised, and so then that's just the way you look at the world, and you don't feel like you can say no, or you don't think you can put up boundaries, so you take on more and more and more, and then it'll find its way. It'll anxiety, depression, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. I don't know, for some reason it's not OCD. It sounds too short. Or whatever eating, getting into what do you call it? Like having an addiction, something like that. I mean, you're going to go to kind of what you either were taught, or maybe have a genetic propensity for. I don't know. Who knows? But the one thing that you can do is, and it's usually going to be the tough part is it's the patience, it's the commitment, it's the just doing the little things every day which are boring, like brushing your teeth, those types of things within your life, learning to set boundaries, say no, and keep practicing that, and practice that through those times when you don't see results. Because, like they say, it always gets darkest before the dawn. You're going to have those points where maybe you're moving in the right direction, you're going to feel some relief, whatever it is. And then out of nowhere, whammy, it's going to come back and like smack you right in the face, and you're going to almost feel worse than you did when you started, and you're like, what the heck? How? But the more you do stuff like that, and the more you practice, the more you realize that you're actually kind of move toward the pain, the emotional pain. If you're working on physical pain, like right now I'm working on physical pain, and I'm changing stuff around, and it's disheartening because it's like I kind of got better and now I'm getting worse, but at the same time something feels different. I'm more observant of things, so I'm able to more like put my finger on what's going on, so I'm getting more awareness, and that's really what it's about. So I could stop, go back to what I was before, and then just kind of hide this, body pain, or keep moving forward. What else am I going to do? You know, keep pressing forward little by little, day by day, and that's it. So keep moving, people. Keep moving, whatever it is. If you're struggling with something, I'm here for you. If you're physical or emotional, shoot me a message, shoot me an email at weequalenergy@gmail.com, or leave a comment below here. Subscribe to this channel, share it with friends. Let's create a dialogue. That's kind of what. So if you could help me, help if I can in any way, because I observe this stuff a lot. This is kind of where it seems like my life has moved me, is the observation of this. I don't have all the answers, I know that, but I can ask a pretty good question and try and do my best to find perspective and observe and be self-aware. So, that's all we can really ask. So keep moving, people. Been to the Body Whisperer. Take care.